Hey everybody, welcome back to more Cold Steel. Last time we got a lot of stuff done as we made it Tier 2 rower. And we're going to turn in the last of these jobs we have to do for the first day. This should be plenty to serve as a research sample. That's a lot of U materials. Interested in the arms store. The game's doing a plot thing. I was like, wow. Is the area I chose something different? No. They're just kind of moving on. Oh good, a conflict of some sort. Seems they don't want anyone actually getting in on this thing. Fine, elevator it is. Preserving order and rowers, the duty of the Norcia Provincial Army, our duty. We've had quite enough of you outsiders like yourself swaggering into town as though you owe the place. We're here on a mission. Besides, the expansion of the railways has increased the flow of money, information, and people. These days, it takes a modern organization to maintain order. That organization is us. Now go fuck off. They may answer to the Chancellor, but only this many of them. They're nothing more than a mob in uniforms. Are you pulling tanks on other parts of the military? You come off as a drunk guy with a gun. Wow. I believe you notified, you learned like fucking 2 days ago that we're gonna be here.
ならば複数の場所で何かあったらどうするつもりかな。 はじめまして、クレア・リーベルと対位。噂はかねがね聞いている。
恐縮です、ルーファス・アルバレア様。
ルーファスで構わない。どうやら私がなぜルーレに来ているのか、いや、どうやってルーレに来たのかが不思議なよ。あらゆる鉄道網は君たちの監視下にある。かといってルーレ空港に私が訪れた気配もない。答えは簡単。アルバレア家の専用飛行艇で来ただけさ。最も停泊させたのはルーレ郊外の街道外れだがね。視覚というものはあらゆるところに存在するもの。君たちもあまり自分たちの優位性を過信はせぬことだ。取り返しのつかない失敗をしたくなければだが。
ご忠告ありがたく頂戴いたします。
さあ、両者とも撤収したまえ。ケーラもその武骨な車両は下げることだ。いかなる時も両方軍は優雅かつ果敢であるべし。そうではないか。
You live in that? Wait a minute. Just occurred to me that I promised that I was going to activate Operation C in this session, and I haven't yet over the past few videos. Stands for a lot of things. You're going to find out soon, though. You can see the whole cosmos up in the sky. Lucky. She's eating in anger. Finishing up our reports. We can see tensions between the RMP and the army. Rufus seems like he's not necessarily too much in the up and up. God, I'm so excited about Operation C. It's a plan that I planned on doing this insidious plan a long while back. That being said, I forgot. Gaps in recording has led to it not really panning out. Well, I guess I can finally do the plan. This is the plan, which would be toward the back half or the back chunk of the game to switch the dub. Operation C, of course, being Operation Chaos. Forcing you in a false sense of security, and getting you used to the voice cast, and then switching it to a completely different one. Now, initially, I wanted to keep a more consistent voice cast across the games I've already Let's Played, specifically for the fact that there are certain voices for characters like Olivier, and any real character that may show up who was in the previous games, and I liked that. However, over the course of this game, we've run into a major problem. That problem is apparently they didn't care enough to dub this game. To such a degree that I've come out, that's probably my most disappointing part of this whole thing. There was so much more dubbed in the PSP game that I did, and somehow it was less here. And since people said they dub more in the English version than they do in the Japanese, I guess we'll switch now. What episode is this? Episode 85? People keep saying this dub's great. This is gonna unnerve the shit out of me, and I am petrified. I have listened to these characters, despite the important fact that they didn't voice act a shit ton of this game. I still recognize these characters as certain voices, so the next chunk is going to be a nightmare. I'm going to lose my fucking mind. I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm ready to hear. You know, that being said, we'll probably have to wait several minutes to even get voices anyway. What the fuck you doing? I didn't even look up the voice cast for this game even. I kind of just looked and saw if they matched the stuff I had already played. I can totally see myself switching it back, though. I can totally see it happening. All right, here's the rules on switching it back. If one of these girls is Wendy Lee, we're fucking jumping back. I think that is a perfectly reasonable stance. And you may say, KZ, what the fuck's wrong with Wendy Lee? She's wonderful. I agree. However, I don't think I need another Let's Play in which she's in the game. Because it would probably be like the 8th. That bitch shows up everywhere. She's great. However, she sounds the same in all of them. Give me a second. Let me look at this guide because I did know this that we had a hidden quest. Let's see. Talk to them, then go downstairs. Okay, so the hidden quest is a little bit later. Knockity knock knock. Hello? This is a very traditional room. I mean, you got a library in here. We can play Blade!
Let the battle begin.
Oh God, you speak English!
We draw here, right? You're first, I guess.
Yeah, the ad voice checks out. This hand is terrible!
Crap. Guess we'd better draw again. I'm first.
11! 13! Boom!
Ouch. Ouch. Ouch.
Merit!
Crap. Take this.
Fuck off!
Me.
Ah! Ha ha ha! Got him.
Oh, guess I lost.
This is weird. Oh, got it. Can I play Blade with you? Yes! Brain, prepare yourself.
Let's get started.
Pah! Nope, not at all what... My brain's rejecting
Come on, draw
this.
a card.
Yeah.
Looks like I'm going first.
Got it! What is this voice?
Bolt.
What made me think this would be a good idea? My brain was not prepared for this. No one should ever do this.
Mirror.
Mirror. Never seen someone enunciate like that.
What? You can't do that.
Yeah.
Same score. We better draw again.
Ah,
After you, then.
she sounds a little younger than I would have, pegged.
One more game.
Owned! You can't even beat the 7, you fucking bitch. Take it, you bitch, you fucking bitch. This is absolutely a horrible idea, but I'm starting to like it. Where are you going? Where are you going? Can I play Blade with you? Yes!
I'm not going to hold back.
You know,
Well then, go ahead and draw.
Alright, yeah. At first, he sounded a little bit more... I don't know, I was expecting him to sound a little bit nerdier, but, you know, Elliot Craig will probably fit that bill a bit more. We'll have to see.
I'll go first then.
Yeah, that voice fits that face. This idea is so fucking bad. What am I thinking?
Now you've done it.
You motherfucker.
Ah, crap. Bolt!
We're doomed.
Looks like I win this time.
Looks like I'm gonna throw you into a ravine. Where the hell's Crow? Crow's likely going to be a big important bad guy, potentially, if I was correct, so I should maybe find him. Can I not play Blade with you guys because you're busy fucking working? Just working for the weekend, you fucks? Fine. I didn't want to hear your voices anyway in this dub. What we got going on? That's creepy. Don't do that. Why is this becoming horny? Oh, she's on the move.
Hey, Elisa.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's you. Sorry, were you worried?
A little, yeah. Seeing you like that just kind of reminded me of that night in Nord.
I cannot handle Reen's voice at all. Jesus Christ.
Oh, right. Oh, I'm so pathetic. I keep going on about how I'm going to be independent, but then I get all worked up over something as trivial as this.
Seeing the city from above at night is really something, though. And to think, you got to take in a beautiful view like this every night growing up.
Yeah, I guess so. It used to be my grandfather, my father, and my mother here. Then after my father died, Sharon joined us.
I'm imagining her voice during the part where she keeps trying to be mean to you at the beginning of the game for being a pervert, and I'm turning to stone.
But through the years, my family has always enjoyed seeing the lighted windows of Ruhr at night.
Ruhr? God damn it!
Something that never changed, huh? I guess it is to you what Ymir's mountains are to me.
Maybe every family has something like that. Still, first my grandfather left, and now Sharon and I aren't here most of the time either. Mother just stays here all on her own. Every time I think of that, I just feel like crying. It breaks my heart. I can't understand why she chooses to be so alone.
I thought so. You're not just angry at her then.
Well, she gets under my skin, that's nothing new. But if I was in her place, I don't know how I'd cope. I couldn't live like she does, losing herself in her work all alone with no friends or loved ones by her side. She wasn't like that before, back when my dad was still alive. She's always been a career woman, but back then she was kind, funny. She had this warmth, you know? But ever since Dad passed away, she hasn't been the same. Work became her life. She pushed Grandfather out as chairman, all for what? More work? I've never seen her indulge herself, not even once. If she isn't dining with some business partner, she eats nutrition bars instead of meals. Sharon scolds her for it, but that's how she is. And that's why I'm scared. I don't want life to just pass her by.
That's really sweet, Elisa.
Where did that come from?
You're always looking out for the people in your life. Even when they get on your nerves, you still care about them. It's like how you and I were at first, or how you were with Laura and Fee. Heck, I still remember how you told me off for hurting my sister's feelings. You've been keeping an eye out for Milliam all this time, too. And you should know that we're all really grateful to you for it. Especially me. I'm worried about what's happening here in Ruhr, too. This is your home, and your mother might be caught up in whatever's going on. I think we should look into it. What do you say?
What? But with all our field study tasks, where would we find the time?
Why not do it while we're out handling those? Making some headway is always better than making none, right? I mean, I'm not the only one who feels this way. Everyone else does too. Fee cares. So does Elliot. Machias does too. Even Crow's been concerned about you. We can use our time in the city to poke around and find out more about what's going on. You know, kind of like we always do.
Well, if you say so, but I'll save the thanks for later. I doubt Sharon will tell us anything, no matter how much we pester her. But I'll ask around and see if anyone I know has any idea what might be going on. It shouldn't be too late to give some of them a call at least.
All right, I'll leave the info gathering to you. Once we get our task list tomorrow, we can discuss how we want to do this.
All right. Anyway, I think I'm going to start calling my contacts. Oh, and one more thing. If I were you, I wouldn't go around stroking girls' heads like that. I mean, you don't just go whispering sweet nothings into any girl's ear, do you? This isn't so different, really.
Huh? Oh, I guess you're right. Sorry, it's something I always did to my sister when she was feeling down. But now that you mention it, she did seem to resent it more as she got older. But when I stopped doing it, she called me insensitive and got all upset anyway.
I think your sister and I would have a lot to talk about. But anyway, I'll see you later.
All right. She seems like she's feeling better now. I just hope our efforts will turn up some good leads.
Oh my god, they even put an echo effect when they're voicing in their head. You know, sometimes I make critical mistakes. One of them was not playing with the dub. I'm sorry. I'll make up for it by playing the last fifth of the game in the dub. Isn't that a wonderful idea, ladies and gentlemen? And I feel like the answer has to be no. But I'll do it anyway because it's funny.
I guess it would, seeing as we're right in the headquarters of the company that built these. Maybe it's the instructor. Hello, Reen Schwarzer speaking.
Oh, good, it went through. Glad I was able to get your number from Milliam.
This is the worst. I have no idea who you are.
Is this Captain Claire?
It is. I apologize for calling so late.
Sure.
Are you free right now?
Yeah. What's up?
There's something important I'd like to discuss with you. But it's a matter best discussed in person. Would it be possible for you to meet me in the city? Sooner.
Like, right now? Would this happen to be related to our field study?
Technically speaking, yes. But with the provincial army on alert, traveling in a large group would draw too much suspicion. That's why I decided to contact you directly. You're the team leader.
People keep saying that, but I never recall agreeing to it. But, sure, I guess. I'll head out right now. Where should I meet you?
Go to the upper level. On the south side of the elevated walkway, you'll see a bar called F. It's a quiet, upscale establishment. The perfect place for a private discussion.
A bar called F on the south side of the upper level. Got it. I'll head there right away.
I'll be waiting. I'm not on a schedule or anything, though, so there's no need to rush. You've got time. And, by the way, I'd rather you didn't mention any of this to Elisa.
Huh? Why?
Because what I want to discuss with you happens to involve the Reinford Company. But I'll leave it to your discretion. Anyway, you know where to find me.
It feels a bit cruel to keep only Elisa out of the loop. But it sounds like it's pretty important. I think it'd be better to go now and tell everyone else about it later.
All right, I'm gonna reveal a critical thing that is definitely. All right. Let me talk about this dub. And a thing with May, right? So I very much enjoyed the Trails in the Sky Japanese dub, or the Japanese voice acting, quite a bit. It's the only voice acting in that. There's like battle lines and stuff in the English versions of those games, but that's about it. I really enjoyed it. I think they did an exceptional job compared to what I've usually heard from Japanese VA in games. I thought it was really good. I wanted to keep consistency for these videos. That makes sense, you know, jumping into it. Despite the fact that there were plenty of people that told me, you know, you should play with the dub, because the dub is surprisingly good and there's a little bit more VA in it. My brain went, clearly this is a higher budget thing, so the dub should be, the Japanese voice acting should be, there should be plenty in here. And I feel like it has like a fifth of what the other ones had. But I kept on it because I didn't like the idea of switching midway. And what I've also learned here is that the voice performances in Japanese, and I'm going to say this nicely, there's nothing in it that has been exceptional at all. There's been no performance that has gotten me like, yeah, this is the stuff. Because I think about characters like in Trails in the Sky, I think of Weissman. I think of characters like that. I think of various key moments in those games where just the performances elevated scenes, and I feel like that didn't really happen at all. And when I play through a game where it's only Japanese VA, I find myself not immersing myself as much because it's not my native language. It's just me reading and hearing a voice and attaching it. Boy, does this game become a good chunk more engaging when I can actually hear the dub of it. Would that color my perception of the game as a whole? No, not really, because, you know, my main issue was not whether or not there was voice acting. But who boy? Who boy should I have done this earlier? Yeah, we'll just use the dub going forward. Granted, we probably won't be able to do a dub for the cross-spell games unless they announce that those are coming over here, because then they'll probably dub that. But you know, for now, this is where we're at. Sorry for not immediately jumping on this, but I thought I would value consistency for some stuff, because these are interconnected games, want to keep the same voice cast. But as it turns out, Falcom fucking, if I'm being honest here, are cheap asses and didn't fucking order enough voice acting fluid. So really, it's like, oh, whatever. We'll do the dub. I don't know about this Reem, though. It's kind of throwing me off a bit. I know it's Sean Chiplock who does this guy. Because people praise this dude quite a bit. Apparently, he just shitposts sometimes and just will do voice requests for things based on this character. I have to get used to it, though. He sounds like a student who is also 28 years old. Alright, he's off calling. I was hoping there'd be like some foreshadowing that he's truly evil. I need to know what Crow sounds like, though. I need that information. I need that important information as soon as possible. Because, boy, is that going to be interesting.
Huh. I need to leave, but I don't want to leave the front door unlocked. But if I ask someone to lock up behind me, they'll want to know where I'm going. I guess I might have to tell Elisa where I'm going after all.
God, I really fucking played myself listening to that fucking Japanese dub, didn't I?
Sharon? I couldn't even tell she was there.
There's no need to explain. That glimmer in your eyes tells me all I need to know. Not to worry, Master Reen. Your secret's safe with me. So enjoy your night to the fullest.
Wait, what?
You have a date with a fetching young lady, don't you?
Literally
I'll
how?
make sure no one notices your absence, especially my lady. Just be certain you're back by morning.
I assure you, I'm not that lucky. I just got word that this acquaintance of mine was visiting Rory. And they wanted to catch up a bit, so I was going to slip out and see them for a little while.
Very well then, I'll lock up behind you. I'd also be glad to help you build an ironclad alibi. No one would think twice, even if you were to stay out all night.
I appreciate the thought, but I don't think that'll be necessary. Anyway, I'll be back later.
Of course. Take...
I don't know who's voicing her, but I've at least played at least 2 things that she's been in.
It's past 9 already, but I still see quite a few people working.
I am convinced that they didn't voice all of this in Japanese. It feels like I've been released from prison.
I guess it comes with the territory, working for the world's largest industrial manufacturer. What was that?
I do remember seeing here that there was something. Let me see here. Apparently I'm supposed to go back here? Ah!
Whoops.
I thought so. Hey! Why are you running away?
I'm surprised you noticed me. I was trying pretty hard to be stealthy.
How long were you hiding there? Wait, have you been trailing me ever since I left the penthouse?
Well, I saw you slip out. So, where are you going? Are you really headed out for a late-night romantic rendezvous?
What kinds of lies has Sharon been feeding you anyway? Okay, here's what's up.
We explained how Captain Claire called me going to go home.
That totally sounds like a rendezvous. Sorry, I shouldn't have interfered.
Whoa, it's not like that. Well, you know everything I know about it now. Why don't you come too?
You sure?
I mean, yeah, I'm not getting the kutu. So
No
it's
reason
fine.
not to. It sounded like whatever info she's got has something to do with our field study. And honestly, I wasn't all that keen on having a one-on-one with a military officer to begin with.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But first, I want to walk around a bit.
After we've been walking around all day?
Whenever I come to a new city, I always like to get a feel for what it's like during the day and the night. I feel kind of uneasy if I don't.
Oh, right. It must be a Jaeger thing. All right, I'll join you for a little stroll. I don't want to keep the captain waiting too long, though. Will once around town be enough?
That'll be fine. Okay, let's roll.
Ah. Alright, there's a hidden quest apparently. So head near the RF store. So there should be someone near the stairs. Must be you. Not gonna lie. If they voiced a hidden quest, I would have screamed. I would have screamed and went, God! I would just load a gun in my fucking mouth. So the kid's hidden himself real good. Okay, go back upstairs and go to an area marked with question marks on the map. Okay. Must not mean that upstairs.
Wow, this city's got a nice feel at night.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Yeah, let's keep looking around. No, it's the elevator.
This is where Claire said to meet her, right?
Yeah, this looks like the place.
Must be down here. Aha! You're in the box, boy. You shitty child. Thank you for helping me find Toddy. I mean, as long as everybody's okay, I guess it's fine.
By the way, did you happen to run into Sharon on your way out?
She saw me leaving, but she just let me go.
Even the best maids aren't that all-knowing.
Here we are.
All right, now to find Captain Claire. Oh, wow.
Oh.
I guess it makes sense that she wouldn't come here in uniform.
The charms of an older woman, eh?
I think I'll manage. Sorry I kept you waiting.
Don't worry about it. Oh,
Hi.
Yeah, I kind of ran into her on the way here and told her she could come along. That's not a problem, is it?
not at all. I assume you've been surveying the town while acting as Reen's bodyguard?
Sounds like you've done your homework.
The intelligence division has told me a little. Anyway, I think we might attract a little too much attention if we stay at the counter. What do you say we get a table for 3? It's good to see you both. I think this may be the first time we've been able to have a proper conversation.
You may be right. I was hoping I'd get the chance to sit down and talk with you too, actually.
Oh?
You sure you don't want me to go?
That's not what I mean. I have a lot of questions, like about why Milliam transferred into our class, for example. But there's one really fundamental question that would go a long way toward answering a lot of the others. What exactly is it that you and Chancellor Osborne are trying to accomplish? Let's look at that standoff with the Provincial Army earlier this evening. It's hard for me to feel much sympathy for them after they drove armored cars right into the middle of the city. But maintaining order in the provinces is generally accepted to be the duty of the provincial armies. Maybe it's just me, but it seemed an awful lot like you were just trying to provoke them by belittling their authority.
It did look like your people were picking a fight.
Viewed without the proper context, I can see how it might look like that. But right now, the factional conflict in the Empire is nearly at its breaking point. Crossbell is buzzing with talk of independence, and Calvert is still weathering its immigration disputes. In such volatile times, there's a very real need to create a far more expansive network to help maintain public order. The only organizations that are up to the challenge are the Railway Military Police and the Intelligence Division.
That may be the case.
Still, your boss is the one making those conflicts worse.
I can't deny that. But at the very least, the Chancellor is acting with a sense of integrity. He hasn't stooped so low as to give aid to terrorists, unlike some others I could name. I want you to at least understand that.
Wait, so...
Wow, she really said it. So the noble faction's been the one backing the terrorists, huh?
I'm afraid there's no longer any doubting it. We've all but confirmed the involvement of Duke Cayenne, the most prominent representative of the 4 great houses. The 3 airships the Imperial Liberation Front have been using have been traced back to Ordis as well.
I'd wondered how they got their hands on those.
I've heard the Duke is just a gaudy old man, but... Eustace's brother came to pick him up in Legram, didn't he?
That's what Toval told us. And now, Rufus just so happens to pop up on another of his secret trips. Captain Claire, what's going on in Ruhr? And how are Elisa's family and the Reinford Company involved?
I guess it's time to get to the matter I called you here for in the first place. The Railway Military Police is currently weighing the possibility of a forced inspection of Rhineford's first factory.
Sounds serious.
The first factory belongs to one of Rhineford's major divisions, right?
Correct. It's one of the main divisions and handles the bulk of the company's iron and steel processing, among other things. They're also currently under suspicion of something I'm not at liberty to discuss with you right now. The two of you are aware that project management at Rhineford is split up across several major branches, right?
It is?
And on top of that, she's got her hands in the development of our Arcus units too. It's way too much work for one person. How many projects does Mother have under her wing right now?
Well, I'm afraid I can't give a simple answer to that. But suffice to say, the chairman only knows about a small number of the projects in development by the Rhineford Group. Well, lately, the directors have...
Come to think of it, I overheard Elisa and Sharon talking about something like that.
For years now, Rhineford has been the Empire's heavyweight when it comes to heavy industry and manufacturing. The company is split into different divisions that handle things like steel production, railways, weaponry, and tools. The problem is that those divisions have simply become too large. Large enough to have their own internal allegiances, some to the nobles, with others supporting the reformist faction.
Are you serious?
So even companies are taking sides.
I'm sure Irina Rhineford is aware of this to at least some extent as the company's chairman, but the self-supporting accounting system she introduced has the side effect of granting each division a long leash. Because of that, I doubt even she has a full grasp of the situation.
So, the first factory you guys have your sights set on for that inspection is aligned with the noble faction, I assume.
You assume correctly. And the provincial army is doing everything it can to stop us from carrying out that investigation. That's what led to this evening's quarrel. I imagine Chairman Irina is currently doing her utmost to rein in all the divisions and get them back in line. The thing is, when she seized control of the company 5 years ago, she had to rely on support from both sides. Being indebted to them like that, I have my doubts she'll be able to target the underlying problem.
It's sounding shadier by the minute.
You can say that again. The situation seems even more dire than I thought. And while all this is going on, the factional conflict keeps burning hot across the rest of the Empire.
I've told you as much as I can right now. Tensions are mounting all over the country, but Ruhr has an extra fuse of its own. Try to gain an understanding of the crisis unfolding here, then do your best to stay out of it. Whatever other lessons Class 7 takes away from this field study, I hope that ends up on the list. I wish you the best with the remainder of your field study. Please have the bill sent to the Railway Military Police Branch Office in Ruhr Station.
Certainly. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Wait! The bill!
Looks like she just picked up our tab. She gave us some good intel too. For free even.
I can't just go running after her now. Looks like we owe her one.
So, you like the mature type, huh? She's sorta like Sarah. Except responsible and composed.
You can say that again. Oh.
Must be yours.
Hello? Reen Schwarzer speak.
Reen, what are you doing?
Oh, it's just you, Elisa.
What do you mean it's just you? Is it true some girl invited you out for a night on the town?
Whoa, hold on. A late night date? I thought you only had eyes for me, Reen. Anyway, good job, kiddo. You better spill all the details later, huh?
He'll do no such thing.
Now, I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. Dee was with him too.
Still, it was rash of you to go out on your own without at least consulting us.
Ready to head back?
Yeah, I think that'd be for the best.
Aha! 4 points away from rank A2.
Drinks are on me someday.
I am living in constant fear of hearing new voices and recognizing other VAs and going, damn it, it's you! The
time has come.
It's a very scary moment at all times.
First Hyman, then Crossbell. Now you shall be the third to witness our conviction.
As you wish.
We'll hit them so hard, they'll be picking up the pieces for weeks. You heard the boss, man. Tomorrow's a red-letter day for us. A real do-or-die moment, in every sense of the word.
All our preparations will be rewarded soon, when we sweep in and take the Chancellor's head. Keep your eyes on the prize, and give it all you've got!
Yeah!
How we doing?
So tired.
The air here is so fresh, especially for a city with this many factories. It must be because we're up in the mountains.
I'll say, compared to the capital, the air quality is pristine.
Well, the capital does have a few 100,000 more people living there. Sure is a nice day today, isn't it, Elisa?
Not as nice as last night must have been.
I told you, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'll bet you are. I cannot believe you! After all those things you said to me last night, you go rushing out to meet another girl!
Ooh, the skies might be clear, but I'm sensing a stormy forecast today.
Shut up!
Well, all things considered, even if we assume Captain Claire is trustworthy, I'm not sure how wise it was to go out on your own.
I know. In hindsight, I regret keeping it to myself.
Still, it was pretty bold of Captain Claire to show up alone to meet Reen. Even dressed down, I wouldn't have thought she'd go out alone with the provincial army on patrol.
I'm guessing she's more than strong enough to handle herself. Not sure what her weapon of choice is, though.
Ah, I wish I could have seen her all dolled up, though. Bet she was a real knockout. Come on, that would put a spring in any man's step. I don't blame you for sneaking out alone.
Oh! No! It's not like I knew she was going to show up wearing a cocktail dress. I swear!
You seemed pretty taken by her when she showed up yesterday, though. And your eyes were glued to her right up until she left the scene.
You're just murdering me right now.
Oh, really?
So while we were enjoying a quiet evening, you were out carousing with a beautiful woman, were you? You lucky son of I mean for shame, Reen! We are here representing the Academy on a field study!
I swear, you guys are just making things up at this point. But thanks to the information I got from her, we have a pretty good idea what's going on here in Ruhr. And now that we know, we should be able to do something about it. What do you think, Elisa?
Yeah, I'm in.
So in short, the first factory did something to catch the eye of the railway military police, prompting an inspection. And all the while, the provincial army has been here blatantly trying to prevent them from doing that?
Let's not forget that the first factory is run by none other than the noble faction.
I know that the divisional directors have been operating without much in the way of executive oversight for years now. But Mother always allowed it. She thought that encouraging competition among the divisions would yield more innovations. I never thought that'd lead to something like this.
Seems like the lesser of two evils.
By the way, hearing about the first factory made me curious. Do the other divisions have their own political allegiances?
Well, to give you a basic idea, this is a bit oversimplified, of course. Divisions are made up of many people, and they all have their own opinions. But the positions of each division's directors are clear as day, though. The first and second factories in particular have had a pretty fierce rivalry going on between them for years. But even still, I wouldn't have expected the first factory to do something flagrant enough to prompt a military inspection.
Neither would I.
All right, we're gonna do whatever it takes to get to the bottom of this. And when we tie this up all nice and neat for her, even my mother will have to admit she's grateful to us.
Sounds like a plan.
That's the spirit.
Offhand, I'd say this falls under the scope of our field study too.
Thanks, everyone.
Sounds like we're in for a ride.
Anyway, let's take a look at the field study tasks Sharon gave us for today.
Habroa. Alright, milk's missing, shots fired, something for guns, and a monster.
Yeah, I think we can handle these.
It's still 8 a.m., so we have plenty of time to work our way through the list.
And while we're doing that, we can ask the people we meet about how things stand between Reinford's divisions. Look alive, everyone. It's time to get to work.
Right. Roger.
Gotcha.
Man, this game just has a totally different feel when I can, actually hear people deliver everything in a language I understand. Also, comedy delivery actually exists. Man, this game went up like 1.5 points. I think at this point we'll just cap off for now. And in the next video, we'll continue using this dub. Oops, I apologize for not using it beforehand. We'll use it going forward for any game that has it. Once again, I always have to think about all those people like, how dare you listen to the dub? The Japanese is so much better, what with you not understanding it. But my performances, get the fuck out of here. Fucking, I don't even know who half the people voicing this shit are. And I'm already enjoying it. See you next time. Thanks for watching. These videos would not be possible if not for the generous support of my patrons over on Patreon. You're seeing their names go across the screen right now. But beyond them, I also want to give special shout outs to my higher tiered supporters, and I'm going to do so now. First up, we have the Wayfinder tier, which includes Azure Counselor, Dronic LX, Javier Porksword, Losky 3, Matthew Cassidy, Mr. I Like Bacon, Nuclear TLoH. That's my best shot, I'm sorry. And the Dungeon Master. Thank you so much to the Wayfinders. But standing even above them, the most hardcore of my supporters, the organization, includes Colleen Suarez, KC, Lady Popcorn, and WTF Spider-Man. Thank you so much to everyone who chooses to support over at patreon.com/KZXcellent. Consider supporting so that I can continue to do the things. I'm sure there's like stuff on the screen now that's like, look at this, click on that, do stuff. I'm leaving. I gotta go. I don't know how to run this show. Bye-bye.